Hello everyone. Today I will show you how to create a simple wall model in Allplan and add reinforcement to it like this. First, go to the Architecture section on the toolbar. Then select the wall icon. Click the check mark and a new window will appear. In the thickness section you can choose the wall thickness. I will set it to 20 centimeters. Then you can define the wall elevation including the top level and the bottom level. In the surface section you can choose the material that will be displayed in the three-dimensional view. Go to the Office section and select the first option, then scroll down and choose Sicht Beton. Here you can choose from several different concrete materials. Next is the Style Area section. Here you can choose how the material will be displayed in the two-dimensional view. Then click OK to finish. Then on the Drawing area select the starting point of the wall. For example, enter wall length of 1000 centimeters. Then press Escape to exit the command. Then, at the bottom of the toolbar, find the Drawing Type section and change it to Reinforcement Drawing, so the wall is displayed with the correct colors. If you want to change the colors, go to Tools, then select Defaults, and choose Line Styles. A new window will appear. In the Fill section, you can customize the colors. Now, let's take a look at the wall in the three-dimensional view. Next, let's create a section for this wall. Go to the Views section on the toolbar, then select Generate Section, and make sure to check Height from Elements. Click to select the start and end points of the section area, and a line will appear, showing the viewing direction of the section. Before placing the section, go to the Label section and select Heading. For example, enter Wall 01 as the section name. Then, select the Scale option and choose the scale you want. Now place the section on the drawing area. When you click on the section, a yellow line will appear, allowing you to adjust the length and width of the section area. Now, if you want to create two additional sections from the section we just created, follow these steps. Go to the Generate Section command, then select the blue boundary around this section, enter the section name, choose the area where you want the new section to pass through, and then select the viewing direction. Do not exit the command yet. Continue by creating the next vertical section. Now we have finished the wall model and the sections, so let's start adding reinforcement to the wall. On the toolbar, select Engineering, then choose Bar Shape. Here, you can select the shape of the reinforcement bar before drawing it. First, I will select Open Stirp to create the U-shaped reinforcement for the wall. Then, select a bar diameter of 10 millimeters and set the concrete cover to 2 centimeters. You can also adjust the length of each leg of the U-shaped bar. Once it is ready, place the U-shaped bar into the section. Right-click on the reinforcement bar, then select Place Bar Shape. In the Properties panel, select Linear Placement. Then, select the bottom point and the top point on the wall elevation to distribute the U-shaped bars along the wall. Select a line to move the bars into the correct position, then set the spacing to 15 centimeters and press Escape to exit the command. Next, let's create the straight horizontal reinforcement for the wall. Go to Bar Shape, then select Freeform. Set the bar diameter to 10 millimeters and the concrete cover to 2 centimeters. Then, select the start point and the end point of the wall. In the initial segment section, you can see that the bar length is 996 centimeters. If you want to use a rounded length, you can change it to 995 centimeters, or simply keep it at 996 centimeters. Then, right-click on the reinforcement bar, select Place Bar Shape, and choose the top and bottom points of the wall to distribute the bars. Press Escape to exit the command, then go to Reinforcing Bar Legend and select Bar Schedule to view the reinforcement schedule. Since the wall has 2 reinforcement layers, you need to copy the horizontal bars to create the second layer. Now, let's take a look at the reinforcement and the 3-dimensional view. At the moment, the default material is not transparent, so you cannot see the reinforcement inside the wall. Now, double-click the wall with the left mouse button, then go to the Surface section, select New Surface, choose a color, and increase the transparency. Enter a name, then click Save. After that, select the material you just created, and click OK. Now you can see the reinforcement inside the wall in the 3-dimensional view. Now copy this U-shaped reinforcement to the right side. For the vertical reinforcement, go to Freeform, select the bar diameter and the concrete cover since the vertical bars are placed inside the horizontal reinforcement. Set the concrete cover to 3 centimeters. Then, select Place Bar Shape. Then, create the second reinforcement layer using the Copy and Mirror command. Select the reinforcement bar, then pick the midpoint. Next, let's create the U-shaped reinforcement in the vertical direction. Because it is placed inside the horizontal reinforcement, you need to adjust the concrete cover settings and check Same Concrete Cover, then set Concrete Cover 1 and 3 to 3 centimeters, and set Concrete Cover 2 to 2 centimeters. You can also copy this U-shaped reinforcement to the bottom using the Copy and Mirror command. Next, let's create the reinforcement at the end of the wall. You only need to copy the existing vertical reinforcement, then use the new Mark Number command, click on the reinforcement bar, and then click OK to create a completely new bar position. Then, go to Modify Mark, click on the reinforcement bar, and change the diameter to a larger size, for example 12 millimeters. Then, copy it to create one more symmetrical bar. Copy these to 12 millimeter bars to the other end of the wall. Remember to hold Shift so the bars stay aligned. I also need to add 3 12 millimeter bars at the top and bottom of the wall. Go to Freeform and draw a long reinforcement bar with hooks at both ends, as I am showing here. In the initial segment and final segment sections, you can set the lengths of the two hooks. For example, you can round them to 30 centimeters or 50 centimeters. Then, use Place Bar Shape and place the bar in section BB. In the number of pieces section, set the number of bars to 3. Move the bars into the third layer. Then, hold Shift and left-click on the reinforcement bar. Do you see the icon below? Select it, then drag the bars into a suitable position. Then, use Copy and Mirror to copy the reinforcement to the bottom. Now, the reinforcement detailing for this wall is complete. Now, let's take one more look at it in the three-dimensional view.